Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Folks, it's the beginning of a new year, new opportunities, and if you, like many others, are feeling inspired to kickstart your own creative dreams or to finally learn that new skill, Skillshare has you covered. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes ready to take you to the next step in your creative journey. It's the perfect place to get inspired, learn new skills, and put them to work in impactful ways. Skillshare has everything you need to make 2024 the year your side hustle comes to life. Skillshare has the largest online learning community for creatives with a wide spectrum of topics, ranging from illustration, graphic design, and photography to music, marketing, and productivity. They have a world-class community that connects teachers and members to inspiration and feedback whilst using a learn-by-doing approach to teaching, where each member can create and share a project after completing a class. If you find that you need more time to get through a class, that is no problem. Skillshare is an on-demand platform with stackable lessons so members can learn at their own pace, no matter the skill level. Skillshare has something called learning paths, which are curated sequential collections to help you master a specific skill or competency. They save you the time searching for where to start your learning journey and give you a clear direction on where to go. Learning paths also chart your progress, helping you keep motivated to reach your goal, as well as being a great way to find out about new industry pro teachers on Skillshare since they are curated by category. I have been following this learning path organization and planning for creative freelancers, which has classes from 5 different industry pros, encompassing all things from bullet journaling, productivity, and project road mapping. Whether you want to learn the basics of watercolor painting or learn how to start your own creative business, Skillshare has classes to take you from beginner to pro alongside a supportive community. Skillshare is giving a 1-month free trial to the first 500 people to use the link in the description of this video. Unlock your creativity today and try out Skillshare for yourself. Don't forget to use the link in my description to get 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Thanks Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into the studio vlog.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video and Happy New Year. Welcome back to another studio vlog. It's the first studio vlog of the year. I am hitting the ground running. Today's the first day that I'm getting back to work. It's currently the 2nd of January, and as you might have seen if you follow me on my socials and things like that, at the end of last year I had to take some time off for the last month and a half of the year for mental health reasons, so I didn't really do much work. I had to slow down a little bit on my Patreon and my YouTube and things like that. But thankfully I'm feeling a lot better now, so I am happy to report that I am back to work. So what is on the agenda for Hype Art in the new year? I'm reopening my shop this week, so I want to open it on Friday, which means I have a lot of stock to count. Because right after I closed my shop last year in November, I did a convention in Birmingham, so I haven't counted the stock since I got back from Birmingham. And I also want to add some other prints to my shop for my shop reopening that I previously just had for conventions exclusively, and it was a bunch of fan art prints. And I'm very excited because at the end of last year I also released my new sketchbook, my 2024 calendar, and I had to close my shop unfortunately, and people were still asking if those bits were going to be available on the shop in the new year, and they are. And by the time you're watching this video, my shop will be back open, so make sure to check out my online shop and have a look at the goodies on there. And on top of all of this stuff that I'm doing, YouTube, Patreon, my online shop, I am also working on this super cool secret project that I've been working on since last summer. I am so excited to at some point be able to tell you what it is, but I am currently still working very hard on it. I'm trying to pace myself a little bit this year. So with all that said, today I'm mainly working on that secret project, and I also want to at some point photograph the prints that I want to put on the shop, so I have those ready to upload onto my shop front, and so that tomorrow I can just pretty much spend all day doing stock counting so that everything is ready and set to go for Friday. Also do some social media. I just spent like a lot of my morning doing admin, organizing what I'm gonna do for this first month of the year and organizing my year ahead, and just doing a lot of stuff in my bullet journal, which if you guys didn't see, I did put a video up of me setting up my bullet journal for this year. I just feel like I'm a little bit out of practice from working because obviously I didn't work for a very long time last year. I'm not used to taking breaks from work, so I was really out of practice when I sat down today of like, how do I work? How do I just sit down and do work? So I'm trying to ease myself into it as opposed to just trying to, you know, hit the ground running and sprinting into work.
So I actually ended up spending some time working on that little secret project that I keep hinting at. Basically, I just had some admin to do regarding that project and ended up just working on that for a few hours and just kind of ended up having a chill morning doing emails and some work on my computer. And then I took out my prints that I wanted to take photos of. I just ended up taking some very simple photos of them using my studio as a background, just kind of holding them up because I didn't really have much time to get out my whole product photography setup. So I just used my phone and took some product pictures, and this goes to show you that you don't need anything fancy to take product photos. As long as the lighting is good, you can really do anything with your phone. And those pictures were done and I just had to edit them next. So this morning I had to count all of the stock of every item on my shop, and this took me a few hours because I have a lot of different items and I'm not that great at staying focused when counting. So it took me a bit longer than I had hoped, but I did have a lot of shop stock to count since I closed my shop back in the beginning of December last year, and then I still had a convention after that, and since I've come back from the convention I didn't count my stock, so I have a lot of stock to count and make sure that all the numbers are updated on my shop front. I love doing conventions and stuff, but it is quite annoying that you have to do shop stock count every time you do a convention, and I also like to do shop stock counts every time I open my shop just to make sure that all of the stock is up to date and correct on the shop front, because there is nothing worse than someone making an order and then realizing that you actually don't have any left of that item. It is truly the worst. So I am very intense about making sure that my shop stock is correct on my shop front to avoid any mistakes like that. So I just spent all morning doing stock count and counted all the stock of all my things on my shop, especially the stuff that I took to Birmingham Comic Con at the end of last year, and then I updated my shop front with all of the new items, aka the new prints, and also obviously the new stock numbers. And that took me a lot longer than I was expecting. It took me like 3 hours to do the whole thing because I'm really bad at counting. I can count, I just get distracted really easily, so I lose my count really easily. So it's just, I always have to do them like 3 or 4 times. But anyways, I'm actually this afternoon going to be doing a little bit of sketching in my sketchbook for a Patreon video. I've got like a podcast on my computer. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea, and yeah, I'm just setting up to film here, and I just have my sketchbook and I'm gonna have my iPad here with references or anything that I might want to take inspiration from for any of my sketches. Just having a little mindfulness sketch. So I got my sketchbook out and I filmed my Patreon video. You can find the full video over on my Patreon, of course, and I just did like a very simple sort of relaxed, chatty sketch with me video discussing my goals for this year and how I'm entering 2024, and I love these videos. Hi everyone, so today my shop opened back up and I'm super excited. I've already gotten some orders, so thank you so much. I opened it up this morning and I've just been working on some other work throughout the day, but I just got a very exciting package in the mail, and it is actually my new free stickers for the shop, because I've had the same sticker design on the shop for ages now. And then just these little transparent ghosty stickers that I make myself on the Cricut.
But with an increase in like number of orders over the past few years, it's just become a lot more time consuming making these free stickers, because I put a free sticker in every order of my shop. And also my branding has moved away a little bit from these ghosties over the past few years, so it appears less often in my packaging and my branding. So I thought I'd update the free sticker, and I got lots of new free stickers and I'm very excited to see how they turn out. So they're also transparent, but they've got this really cute design of like a little jar with some paintbrushes in it and a flower, and I just think it's really cute and just more so resonates with my current branding and like style of drawing. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm gonna open one up just to see how they look with the transparency. Sticker App does like the best transparent stickers. Ta-da! I love how pretty it is and how the like jar transparency, like, can you see me talking through the jar? Super cute. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Where should I put this sticker now? Just going right here. My bullet journal. There she is. Next to some other stickers. Okay, I'm super happy with these. I'm gonna put them in their little allocated jar of free stickers, and I still had some left over from the last shop update, so I'm just going to be giving these out as well just to get rid of them with every order. So the first, like, I don't know, 30 orders will be getting a free sticker. Hello. Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, yes, yesterday I dyed my hair. Might have dyed it a little bit too dark. I literally can never shade match my natural hair color to save my life, but it looks cute. Anyways, and today I actually have all of the lovely orders from my shop launch on Friday to pack and send. So yeah, I've got like a hefty amount of orders to get through, so I'm mainly going to be packing orders today. I also ideally wanted to start editing a Patreon video that I filmed last week a little bit if I have some time, but if not, I can just do that tomorrow.
And I just ended up packaging orders for the rest of the morning and into the afternoon a little bit. And I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everyone who's made any orders on my shop since my shop launch this month. And I'm just really so grateful. And I love packaging your orders. It makes me so happy. And then it makes me even happier seeing you guys post about them on your socials and tagging me. It just makes me so happy. So thank you.
So this morning I managed to pack up all the orders from shop launch, which was really good because now they're all ready to be sent out. And I did all the shipping fulfillment and everything as well. And now this afternoon I wanted to focus a little bit on Patreon actually instead of that other project. So I actually did a comic that I finished last week, because one of my New Year's resolutions was I wanted to make like more mini comics about my life, my mental health and things like that. And I did sort of my first one of the year for early access on my Patreon, because I also posted the work in progress of it and like the sketch on my Patreon. So I wanted to show my patrons first how it ended up looking, and then I'm gonna post it on my Instagram probably tomorrow. And while I'm working on Patreon, I'm also going to edit that video that I filmed last week and hopefully also record the voiceover for it so that I can get that video done for my patrons for this month. And speaking of Patreon, I actually did some little changes to my Patreon this year. I actually have completely removed the benefit where people get exclusive goodies every month, just because that benefit in particular was becoming too time consuming for me, as well as also being not very cost effective for me, especially with all the shipping cost changes that have been happening over the past year and everything. So I did it for 2 years. I'm really glad that I actually did that, but I think it's time to say goodbye to Melon Mail. And what I've done now is I've changed my watermelon tier, so the top tier on my Patreon, to a exclusive video content tier. So now you can sign up to that tier to get exclusive Patreon video content. So yeah, those changes just went into effect this month in January. It was a hard decision to make. Unfortunately, I had to make it just after doing the Melon Mail for 2 years. Showed me what I can do, what I can't do realistically with all my other work that I have going on. But I am very excited for obviously all the extra new content that I now get to do for my patrons. So if you'd like to support me on Patreon, the link is here or in the description of the video. I would be very, very grateful. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna get on to Patreon and schedule some posts and work on that video.
So here, as you can see, I was just airdropping the comic that I finished this weekend over onto my computer so that I could post the high-res version on my Patreon for early access so that they could see it before everyone else. And I'm just writing out the post for that as well and giving a sort of background on the process of making this comic and the process of writing it out as well. And then I ended up having to post some more stuff on Patreon to schedule some posts for the rest of the week. So I did that as well while I was watching a show over there on the left. And once that was done, I ticked off some of the tasks that I did in my bullet journal, as well as just doing some general planning for the rest of the year as well. I love planning in my bullet journal. It is so relaxing and it just makes me feel so happy and less anxious about the year ahead, whether it be personal or work-wise. Not in this one, unfortunately. After my coffee shop work day with my friends, I ended up coming home and actually working a little bit more on my secret project. I was on a roll, so I thought I'd take advantage of it, and I was just sort of smashing out this project. Keep having to bite my tongue and trying not to spoil what it is until I'm able to, but trust me, it is super exciting and I cannot wait to show you what it is. And some people have guessed what it is and they have been correct, and I've been very hush-hush about it, but yeah, I'm so excited to finally show you this project. So I ended up just working until like 5 or 6 p.m. on this stuff, and then had a very chilled rest of my evening. And the next day, I actually packed some more orders in the morning and then ended up going to the post box to deliver them, and ended up having a very lovely walk in the snow because it had snowed overnight and it looked so pretty. So after delivering all your lovely orders, I thought I'd take the chance and make a snowman, because I've only ever made a snowman one time in my life and it was really fun. And I think I'm gonna end the studio vlog here, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!